When you think of the American National Anthem, what comes to your mind? Is it the melody, the first line that you probably sung in grade school? Maybe the lyrics, or if you're into history, maybe it's the author, Francis Scott Key, and the fact that he was being held on a British ship in Baltimore Harbor when he wrote it. Does that come to mind? All those things spring from the national anthem, but at its core, a country's anthem is a collective story. It's one that embodies many things: national history, values and aspirations, but also, and more powerfully, the feelings, ideas, and associations people have and share about their country. An anthem prompts strong feelings and associations because it tells a story, a collective one that taps into the deep personal loyalties that people carry with them. I bring this up because every brand builder should know it. When it comes to thinking about your brand story, how you express it, and how that story makes people feel, thinking of terms of a brand anthem makes a lot of sense. In business and branding terms, your brand's anthem is more than good content, or great marketing, or obviously an incredible product or service that keeps people coming back. While all those things touch it, and while all those things are necessary to show your brand to the world and win loyalty, brand anthem starts where many parts of the branding begin, with your brand's unique story. When I talk about brand anthem or even brand marketing or brand expression, I'm really talking about brand story and how you tell it. The fact is, every brand has a story, right there along with its history, its purpose, and mission. Your brand story should be the starting point for everything you communicate, whether it's visuals, marketing, a cohesive brand expression, and even a killer brand anthem video that ties it all together. There's plenty of ways to tell your story, but to keep things simple, I think of brand stories in 4 concrete elements: the hero, the guide, the hero's problem, and the solution. Starting with the 2 characters and going with the classic hero's journey template from the first Star Wars movie as an example, we start out with 2 characters, the hero and the guide. Simple, right? Luke Skywalker's the hero, and his guide, well, his first guide is Obi-Wan Kenobi. While Luke's got skills and potential, he's stuck at home on Tatooine. He's comfortably settled. He doesn't want to leave. It takes the guide to pull him out of his comfort zone and set him on the path of growth and adventure. Now, I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. You're the guide. Your client or your customer is always the hero. And what's really interesting about heroes is that they always have a problem. When we think of Luke in the first Star Wars movie, his main problem is that he has this power called the Force. And when Obi-Wan introduces him to it, Luke is bewildered. When he's off on his journey, he still hasn't mastered it. But the guide offers a solution. With Obi-Wan's guidance, and then with the guide of Yoda, picking up where his first guide leaves off, Luke masters the Force, a power that he had from the beginning, and he even uses to save the galaxy. It's a classic ending. By overcoming his problem, Luke also empowers those around him. Through his journey, and with the help from his guides, he makes the galaxy a better place for everyone, except for the Emperor and Stormtroopers, but I digress. So, brands need to tell stories with a hero and a guide. But like I mentioned, too many organizations lose sight of who the hero is. They think, well, the hero is the focus of the story, and that's us, right? But remember, the hero has a problem. The guide has the solution. While solving your own problems and growing your brand might be a great story, it's not the basis of an outward brand anthem that people will relate to. Rather, your brand anthem should be the story of how you, as a guide, help your clients overcome their problems. Growth in their business, a promotion, hassle-free cooking, whatever they're defining as success. Thinking and building your communication in terms of hero, your client, the guide, you, the hero's problem, and the solution that you bring means understanding what your audience will see about themselves and their concerns, and where you come in to help them achieve a new state of being. So head to the writer's room, get the whiteboard up, and get to work on your brand's anthem. If you put the work in, you won't regret it. And after you've done that, you're in a much better position to craft your brand anthem and start sharing it with people. So how do you share it? How does that picture of you helping the hero translate into content, marketing, and communication that forms a cohesive brand anthem? let's start with a tagline. In one sentence, what do you do and who is it for? Which hero do you help and why? In other words, take your story and shorten it into an elevator pitch. Don't forget the elements: hero, guide, problem, and solution. If you're a financial lender, maybe those elements go something like, we empower entrepreneurs for long-term success by loaning them the working capital they need to break ground. If you can get your tagline as short and memorable as just do it, even better. And if you frame that tagline in the point of view of the hero and their journey, then you're really rocking. For something more inward-facing, go with a memorable mission statement. Craft one with active verbs that tell your story in a short, succinct way that everyone in your organization and even your wider audience can understand. Think of it as the most memorable line of the anthem. If you're Tesla, that mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. If you're the TED organization, it's even simpler: spread ideas. Of course, you can use your brand anthem to create marketing content for a website, printed promotionals, social media, and even video content, even like a regular podcast. I will say that creating a short brand video is a great way to capture your brand anthem and share it with the world. A short video, a series of videos, or a documentary are all ways of taking your brand anthem, that purpose, story, and the visual impression that you want to make, and packing it all into one shareable format. But however you press it out, remember that your brand anthem will be more compelling if you talk to your audience about them, not just about yourself and what you offer. By considering their challenges and what they need to flourish, you're setting up your brand as the trusted guide that the hero absolutely needs. And if you need a guide yourself, someone to help you through the digging and discovery of how your own brand is intrinsically remarkable, give us a shout. Or check out my book, You Are Remarkable. It's out on Amazon. As you write this story that will become your brand's anthem, don't forget that you are remarkable.